A very good morning to my dear student. Welcome to my class. So in our last class, we have discussed about the problems related to agriculture. So in our today's class, so we'll be looking forward. So what are the steps the government is taking? Okay, what are the steps the government is taking to promote the agriculture? Okay, the promotional activities or the measures of the agriculture, okay, of the government towards agriculture. So government measures. So first we will see about land measures. So what are the land measures? Then we will come through technological measures. Then we will come through agricultural measures. Then agricultural price policy. Okay, under this here, actually what happens? So before independence, so the agricultural production was not given much importance. The farmers were not given much importance, if you say. So they were under the hand of the Britishers. So whatever they would cultivate through taxes and through different kind of policies, the money, the income would flow into the hand of the Britishers. So after the independence, the government realized the farmers are not given too much importance, they are not treated equally. Okay, so the government in the planning policy, okay, fifth 5-year plan, as you say, the government took the initiative for the development of the farmers. Okay, first it starts with the land reforms. So what are, okay, land reforms? The government, okay, to sustain the credibility of the farmers, to sustain the life of the farmers, livelihood of the farmers. So what is required? The land is required. So the farmer, they belong from the poor family. Most of the farmers, not all, most of the farmers belong from the poor family, poor background. They do not have even the land and all. So the government took initiative to provide them land, to provide them subsidy, to provide them technological advice, to fix the price policy for the crops and all. So several kind of measures the government took. Here are the measures. Okay, what the government has taken, and you can refer to your book. These are all measures, it is mentioned in the book. Okay, first is your land reforms. First, abolition of intermediaries. Abolition of intermediaries means middleman. Okay, intermediate, those who comes in the middle, okay, between the government and the farmers. So whoever, okay, comes in the middle, the government try to abolish them. Okay, the government try to abolish them, so that the land will be directly in the hands of the farmer. Okay, directly in the hand of the farmer. The zamindar, take the example, zamindars, to abolish them, they are the middlemen, they are the intermediaries, they come in the middle. To abolish them, the government took initiative, okay, for the farmer, so that the farmer can contact, okay, directly. There will be direct relation between the farmer and the land as well as the government. Okay, this is what abolition of intermediaries means, to abolish, okay, their ruling system, Zamindars ruling system. Tenancy reforms, ownership of the land, tenancy reform. Most of the lands were occupied by the tenant, okay, by the zamindars. So the farmer, they had to take the land in the rent. They had to take the land in the rent. That is called tenant. Okay, that is called tenant. So from the big zamindars, they had a big plot of land. The farmer, as I have told, they belong from the poor category. So they took the land in rent and they cultivated. So the farmer took the initiative that these zamindars would not increase the rent. These would not increase the rent. Whatever the rent for the land is, They will charge that much only. They will not charge more than that, whatever the government has decided. Okay, this is the tenancy reforms. Next is your ceiling on land holding. Ceiling on land holding. To seal. Okay, to sell the land. So if the zamindars, okay, whoever had the land, if they had the huge plot of land, uncultivated huge plot of land, so what the government would do in this policy, the government would take the surplus land. The government would take the whatever extra land is there, the surplus land is there. The government would take the surplus land and the government would hand over to the landless peasant, landless farmers. Those who don't have land, the government would hand over to them under this ceiling of land holding. Okay, this is the policy was adopted by the government. Those who don't have land, to hand over the land to them. Okay, landless peasant or landless farmers we say. Okay, those who have a huge plot of land. Next, consolidation of holding. Consolidation of holding. Consolidation of the holding. Here it means that the land is scattered here and there. A small plot of land, poor farmer, the land is scattered here and there. One land is here, one land is another way. Okay, these are the land is scattered, small piece of land. So under this policy, what the government did, the government would take all the land and the government would bring all the land together, unite all the land together and make it one big complete land. So that the farmer will cultivate in that land only, big. So the farmer did not have to carry tractor from one place to another place and from that place to that place. So they will cultivate in one field only. Okay, whatever would be there in the middle, the government would have this, the government would convert that into agricultural land. So this is what, okay, consolidation of land holding. Okay, means whatever the land is scattered, small piece of land is scattered here and there, the government would, under this policy, the government would bring together, okay, and make it into one big piece, big plot of land. Okay, next, cooperative farming. Cooperative farming means together you do the farming. Together you do the farming. Okay, the government with the help of the government, okay, the farmer, they will do farming together. Okay, whatever the policy, the government, the farmers should, okay, know the policy and all. Okay, if the cooperative farming would be there, together if the farming will be there, then it will be very much fruitful. Okay, next. Okay, next is here technological measures. So most of the farmers, you see, they are conservative conservative mind. The mind is full of conservative. So what the farmer, they have to come out of the conservative, the outdated, old thinking. They have to come out of that thinking. So government took the initiative for this. The government brought the technological improvement. The farmer, they can use now new type of technology, latest technology in the agricultural field, using of the tractors, machineries, using of HYV seeds, high yielding variety seeds, using of fertilizers, using of pesticides. If the farmers are using these all, if the farmers are implementing these policies, then the production will be more. Okay, you can say this as intensive farming. Okay, intensive farming. This is called intensive farming. So intensive farming or intensive cultivation. So intensive cultivation, you mean that, okay, introduction of new technology, new machines, latest machines and all, HYV seeds, fertilizer, pesticide. When you introduce in the field, it is called as a intensive farming. Okay. So this is what technological measures. Next is a agricultural subsidy. The government provides subsidy also to the farmer. Relaxation in the price. Okay. When the farmer take the loan, okay, when the farmer take the loan from the government, the government provides subsidy to them for the development of the crops. Means here the farmer, whatever the loan provided, they give relaxation. If you're taking 100 rupees, no need to pay 100 rupees, just pay 60 rupees. 40% is relaxation. That 40% relaxation is the subsidy. Is the subsidy to the farmers. Okay, this way the farmer is also relaxed, as well as they will be more encouraged towards the farming. Okay, they will come forward for the farming activities. Okay, next is here agricultural price policy. Agricultural price policy. The government set up the minimum price for the goods, for the farming products. The minimum price. Okay, and the maximum also the farmer fixed. Minimum price, the whoever is the purchaser, whoever comes to purchase the good from the farmer, or if the farmer is selling to the government, okay, below that price, the owner, the purchaser, they will not purchase it, they can't take, or they can't charge below that. Okay, they can't purchase below that. They will purchase in that minimum, okay, price policy only, minimum price only. And if the farmer is exceeding the price, then it is their profit. Okay, it is their profit. But minimum price is fixed by the government. This much you have to pay, anyhow you have to pay. Okay, but you could not purchase less than that. Okay, this is the minimum price policy. Okay, next is your institutional credit. Okay, point number 5, if you say. The farmer can take the loan from various institutions, means like banks and all. So the farmer, they can take the loan from RRB. RRB means Regional Rural Bank. Regional Rural Bank. It was established in the year 1975. 1975. Okay, so to satisfy especially the credit needs of the rural people, especially this was formed to provide credit to the rural people, those who stay in the villages, those who are from poor background. Okay, to satisfy the credit needs of them. So this way the farmer can take the loan from here also. Okay, moreover, NABARD is also there. Okay, to provide the loan, NABARD is also there. NABARD. Okay, NABARD. Okay, National Bank for Agricultural and Rural Development, and it stands for National Bank for Agricultural and Rural Development. Okay, so this bank, it was formed in 1982 with the motive of providing agricultural loan for the farmers to safeguard the interests of the farmers. So these are the 5 points, most important points which you need to know. Okay, these are the 5 points. Land reforms. Okay, first one was the land reforms, then your technological measures, then your agriculture policy, then agricultural price policy. Okay, that is your last one is your institutional measures. Okay, first one was your land reforms. So the land reforms, these 5 points are there. Then was your technological measures, development in the technology. Then was your agricultural subsidy. The government provides relaxation in the price, that is called subsidy. Then is your agricultural price policy, and at last is your institutional measures. So these are the points you should know. Okay. So thank you for today's class.